Superman review leaks. Terrible. Final nail in the coffin and the grave for the superhero genre. So, are you Sevi? You know, we talked about it with Grae, but like Sevi, were you excited for Superman? Were you gonna go watch it?
It will take a lot for me to actually go to the movie theater to watch something because it takes a lot of like a big chunk of my day to do it. So, not gonna do it for this movie. I will wait until I can stream it.
Yeah, have you seen any of the I guess you would say the trailers or like the
Yes.
promotional stuff? Like, what do you think about it just based off of what you're seeing?
I mean it looks okay. It looks weird. I don't understand some of that, like the one trailer with that looked like it was in an office or an apartment or something. You know which one I'm talking about? Like that one I didn't understand. So I didn't understand what that was about. Like I saw it, I haven't like been like closely keeping tabs of it. At the beginning, the posters looked cool, so I was really confused by the poster because I not the poster by the trailer clip. I just didn't get it. So I don't know. I haven't really been liking the last Superman movies, so it's not a movie that I'm really excited about seeing.
So now I do want to ask this, right? So Sevi, do you find who do you find more attractive? David Cornsweet or Henry Cavill?
Henry Cavill.
Now, if Henry Cavill was Superman, will he just, even though the movie was going to be terrible, you hear the movie is going to be bad, but you might be able to see Henry Cavill's butt cheeks. Would you go watch the movie?
I would. Look, I think that actors and actresses, should be beautiful and easy on the eyes. I really think that it makes a movie more pleasant to look at.
Yeah.
Just like in video games, just like I know I got so much shit because I was going around trying to get Eve in Celebrate really cute outfits, so she looked really, really cute. And I got so much shit for that. It's like, okay, I get it. I'm a girl, but I want her to look hot.
You're out of the way.
You're out of the well. Sorry, Dad.
But yeah, it's like for me, I think David Cornsweet looks the part. Like he looks like Superman, which is great. But I think like overall, like what I've been seeing from the promo stuff, and we do know that they've been marketing the hell out of this movie. Like I believe this from according to what we researched and we checked, this movie is the most expensive movie ever, coming in at nearly 600 million. I believe it's 580 million dollars, including marketing.
Yeah,
so this is very expensive.
Yeah, that's the killer part for me. It's like I think everyone's perception of this is it's not gonna be a very terrible movie. It's not gonna be the worst movie I've ever seen, but it's gonna do okay. But in terms of the budget, I don't think it'll get its money back. That's the thing. It's like people will think it's okay, probably 6 or 7 or maybe 8 out of 10, but it's not gonna be enough for it to turn in a profit. That's
I don't understand why they have to waste so much money in marketing. I don't understand why you have to, like, throwing money at marketing doesn't make a movie good. Like, just think about the new Avengers movie. Like, they threw so much money at it. It's still wasn't that great. It still didn't do that great either, right? Or think about Snow White, how much money they threw at it. Just throwing money at something doesn't make it good. Like, you need to be smart how you do your marketing. Like, say, for example, remember back in the day when they were going to do, like, marketing, they did, like a city search thing, or they had people with promos where, like, they were looking for stuff, and they were, like, for the Batman stuff, when they did the Batman promos, right? They got everybody excited by, like, participating, doing, like, an Easter egg type of hunt, right? So everybody got, like, way more excited about the movie rather than just watching a bunch of trailers. Like, it doesn't incite any type of excitement about the movie. Doesn't translate to people going to watch the movie. You want to make people excited about it. Just think about what people used to do back then. That worked. This doesn't.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and read the article really quick. Great Scott, the Superman review for James Gunn's new DCU movie apparently was accidentally released early and it's not good. So the embargo is early next week. The Daily Beast broke the July 8th embargo set by Warner Brothers for those outlets that got to see the press screenings. Their review was titled, "The terrible new Superman movie is the final nail in the grave for the superhero genre." The review said it has been up for 5 minutes before the Daily Beast took it down, but the review is gaining waves and going viral on social media. Screenshots have surfaced online where Superman review blasts Gunn's flick, and which introduces fans to David Corenswet as the new Man of Steel and is meant to be the spearhead for the DCU. You can also read the review from an industry insider who offers fans an opinion that fans will either love it or hate it. Variety has also backed up the claim and said the movie and the flick is silly. And I believe there was a scene that they removed that Crypto was punched in the face. I would have loved. I would. Okay. I have like a lot of dogs, right? Like, but the thing is, that would have been so funny. That would have been like it'll be like if Crypto gets punched in the face and then like Superman goes fucking ballistic, like nobody touches my dog, right? And beats the shit out of the bad guy. I think that probably would have been really cool, but oh, we can't hurt the dog, man. You know that even hit the dog. What are you doing, man? See, and then they beat up the dog, and then the dog dies, and then the Asian guy comes and he says, "Hey, what are you gonna do with the dog? You gonna eat it? You gonna cook and eat the dog?
How you gonna eat it?
Yeah, what are you gonna do with the leftover?"
Oh no.
Yeah. So the Daily Beast review harshly criticizes James Gunn's Superman, calling it an overstuffed, chaotic mess that fails to revive the superhero genre. Whoa, that's so bad.
Exactly. Wow. The next paragraph, that was my concern, right? I kept saying for the longest time when we watched the trailers, there's just so many characters in a 2-hour movie. That's like, it's another thing if you already introduce them in their own movies or in other movies, but cramming them all in this intro movie of the new DCU. Yeah, that's an uphill battle. Yeah,
and we talked about this before, and I'll bring it up again. This is the same thing that we said about Batman versus Superman. Why did you bring in Wonder Woman? Why did you introduce Aquaman, Cyborg, and the Flash? She's like, why are you bloating this movie up? Right? Why you should just separate them into their own movies? Just copy the template that Marvel did. Who cares? You're just copying Marvel. Just do it. Stop trying to play catch up. Do what you do best. And just make an individual movie, but they couldn't resist. They have to jump on that coattails of Marvel, and now they're doing the exact same thing with this one. But
I agree. It's just so stupid. It's like they didn't learn their lesson. Like there were a couple of things that made the first Marvel movies great, right? When it came to the advertisement, and again, it wasn't them just throwing money at it. They had a plan that came with it, right? And they had a lot, and part of what really motivated people to understand everything that had to do with Marvel and the Avengers was how all the puzzle pieces were fitting until they didn't. And then people they made it way too complicated, right? And it's just like there needs to be something that is going to be mentally stimulating for people to want to go see it. And I don't see it here.
Yeah. So the film is overcrowded with characters, heroes, and villains that are thinly developed. Supporting roles like Maxwell Lord, Supergirl, and Mrs. Terrific were so Supergirl. You can that's
that's a lot.
Is this a spoiler? Because we do know that's the next movie. But like if this was introduced, so you're gonna get maybe a little Supergirl at like a post credit or something.
Maybe
I don't know. Yeah, Mrs. Terrific are without and much substance. Despite sharp visuals and the use of John Williams' Superman theme, the movie lacks emotional depth and feels superficial and silly, much like the criticized versions of Justice League. The story is fragmented, tossing Superman from one bizarre situation to another without clear narrative cohesion. Go ahead, Grae.
I was gonna say it's like superficial and silly. Like I wasn't really not expecting that, given it's James Gunn writing. So you were gonna see that 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, this is so bad. Like, here's the thing: do we want this movie? Like between this and Fantastic Four, I hope this one gets more money because I sort of want Fantastic Four to fail. But if it's really good, don't get me wrong. If it's really good and it blows my fucking socks off, the more power to them, right? All right, cool. You make your billions of dollars. It's because if this movie and Fantastic Four does not cross $1 billion, it's considered a failure. So,
Yeah.
the thing is, I don't think it's given the fact that we have this already and the stuff that we've been seeing. I don't think this movie is going to make a lot of money, given the fact that Superman is more universally accepted, and
Mhm.
the fact that like he's more popular than Fantastic Four. Um, I don't think James Gunn Superman James Gunn is gonna be really good.
No. I
Yeah.
mean, I think that the Fantastic Four is gonna fail, honestly. It's a
Yeah.
horrible premise, a horrible acting. Like it just looks horrible. It looks so dated. It looks flat. The colors look flat. There's nothing vibrant about it. Nothing eye catching about it. Is ridiculously fucking stupid.
Mhm.
Having the girl now be a mother and have a baby, taking the torch from being a ladies' man to being a fucking gay fucking retard. The whole thing just flops. It's stupid, right? It is ridiculous. I'm sure Superman will do better than that fiasco.
Mhm. Yeah. See. Plot points include an interdimensional prison, a partnership with Metamorpho, and saving a giant-headed infant. Gunn's
What?
humor praised the Guardians of the Galaxy and Suicide Squad, falls flat here aside from slight moments with Crypto the Superdog. David Cornsworth Superman is described as charming but slight, overshadowed by Christopher Reeve and Henry Cavill. Man, that's not gonna bode well with people who. So here's the
No.
thing. Am I one of those like big Snyder fanboys? No. Like I have a lot of criticisms with the Snyder cut. Same thing with like
Yeah.
everything that he's done. But overall, I think Man of Steel is probably his most competent work, despite like some of the stuff that's happened in the movie. Overall, I
Mhm.
think Henry Cavill does a very good job as Superman. He could have been better Clark. I think that's all direction though.
Yeah.
But I here's the thing. There are a lot of people that hate like loathes the Snyder stuff. Like Sebi, do
Mhm.
you like the Snyder stuff? Like, are you one of the people who's like they suck as well?
What did he Snyder do the Henry Cavill ones? Is
Yes.
that the ones that we're
Yes.
talking about? Yeah.
Yes.
I thought
Yes.
the first movie was good. But I started to have issues just generally at how he was portrayed, and I didn't like the fact that they were comparing him to Jesus. So I had that was a little bit conflicting to me. Like just like I guess I'll say caveat. Obviously Colombian here. I'm Catholic, so I had a little bit of an issue with that point of that, and just generally as a whole, I think Superman is also just always hard to portray because he's the perfect specimen in a way, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Where so much perfection sometimes just rubs you the wrong way. So I,
Mhm.
I think that is always just, hard to portray for sure. Clark, obviously, it's supposed to be more faulty, more of Earth, right? And in the movies, it was portrayed as too robotic for me,
Mhm.
and like it didn't really seem to have a lot of like follow through, which maybe that's just how they envision Superman to be, like this embodiment of perfection, that he's above everything, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I like the Christopher Reeve Spider-Man, not Spider-Man, Superman more. I like the first Superman. The later one, I
Yeah. I agree. I think the best version of Superman, in terms of live action is probably I think not probably it is Christopher Reeves. I think even just looking at a clip of a recent one where it's I think he was being interviewed by Lois.
Mhm.
And it's like, oh, who are you? Where are you from, and that kind of stuff. And it's like, it says that you have X-ray vision. Is like, he's like, what underwear am I wearing? And he goes, oh, I can't tell right now. It's because probably the little thing that you have is aligned by lead, so I can't see. It's like, oh, can't see through lead. All right. She walks away. He goes, pink. You're wearing pink underwear. It's just like that's very human, right? And that it's like the DC's thing is like how to portray godlike
Yeah.
beings as humans, right? Versus Marvel's thing
Mhm.
is how humans become like when they have superpowers.
Like
How can
meta
they?
humans. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's where what we're missing. I think Henry Cavill, he does well as Superman, but as Clark is like his human side, the falls very short, and you don't feel that connection. That's why I think that's why Christopher Reeve does it really well, and it's all about the writing and direction that Henry Cavill was given.
Yeah, I think so too. Because Henry Cavill is a really good actor. He he has done some really good work, for sure. So I really think that he could have done better with better direction.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like for me, it's like I always keep saying, it's like my perception of Snyder really deteriorated when I watched the Rebel Moon movies.
Oh, don't Grae, don't even.
Kick him out. Kick him out.
Oh my god.
It's like, it's like that's where I saw like, Snyder's not really, he's not. Maybe he's good at advertising products, like he claims back in the day, but he's not a good movie director, not at all.
I think he's a very good like cinematographer. Like the shots he gets are great. It looks great.
Yeah, okay.
But other than that, like it's like the only two good things that I really like about Snyder, like in terms, it's like I think The Watchmen is really good. And 300.
The Watchmen was really good,
and 300. I think those are the only two things that I like. I like legit, like I love those. The Superman stuff, the Batman stuff. I think some of them are good, some of them are not, and some of them are a mixed bag. But with this one, I think this is not going to be really that great. And like people are like, wow, you got the Christopher Reeves, John Williams, Superman theme. You're getting the vibrant stuff, like Clark feels like Clark, and it's like like I really hope this is good, but we won't know until next week because Grae, we're gonna have to watch it.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to watch it next week.
Yeah.
So, man. But the thing is, I know there are a lot of people who are gonna defend this movie. I've seen a lot. I think this is probably one of the especially the scene that came out last week where he tosses the freaking table, right, and he starts yelling about his dog, right. I think that scene split the fandom in terms of Superman, how Superman should be and how Superman should behave and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is the type of I guess debate that I love having with people who are like of the fandom of like nerdom or like Superman or like just loving this kind of like pop culture stuff. But we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen.
I mean, I don't know, man. Superman is supposed to be the perfect being. I don't think the perfect being would get would I had like to have an outburst like that.
Yeah, that was Phil's stance too last week when we talked about that scene.
Like I know, like he's like, oh, but he's still like he's still like he grew up human, right? Even though he has superpowers, he grew up human. He was raised by two human. Like for me, like I understand where like Grae and like Ben were talking about, where it's like he's still human, he's like he still has that, like even though he can't die, by normal means, he still has the human element of feelings. And but for me, like we expect more from him, right?
Yeah. I mean, Superman, Superman is supposed to be the embodiment of the perfect being, right? That will behave perfectly all the time and will always make the perfect and the best decision.
Yeah. Yeah. See, Grae? See?
Nah. You know my stance on that. It's still,
yeah.
Like, it is still chapter 1 of the Superman.
Yeah, he's like third year in. He is still really early.
Yeah, he wore the mantle, but he's still green. That's how I still see it.
Thanks for checking out this segment from the Project Eggroll podcast. Make sure to catch us live every Saturday at 7 p.m. Also, be sure to subscribe, and we will see you all there.